We just a while ago we just got through our seven worst movie, our seven shitty movie performances list of 2016. Now we get to the really standout performances and the really good roles, the roles that I was most impressed with, or I think the person just deserves an Oscar for this, for their thing, for what they've done on the screen in a certain movie. So let's get to it. At number seven, well, okay, this is an action movie. This is not like an Oscar worthy, like, oh yeah, give her an Oscar, but it's a role that I would say is I was very impressed with, and that is Cobie Smulders in Jack Reacher Never Go Back. It's like, you know, I mean, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you always see I've always liked Cobie Smulders. Um, it's just, especially as Maria Hill. It's just, yeah. I mean, what can I say? A lot of times she has to be second fiddle to Scarlett Johansson and everybody else. But in this in this movie is like, yeah, she's a woman framed, an army officer framed for a crime she didn't commit, and it's up to Tom Cruise to bail her out. But turns out she is just not the old helpless damsel in distress. It's like she's a pretty kick-ass character, and it's like, and she was good. And now it also feels like the directors and producers of that movie is like, maybe when she tried to be something else, is like they told her like, hey, no, 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 please, please, be Maria Hill, be Maria Hill, be Maria Hill. Just please don't do anything else. Just be Maria Hill. Maria Hill is a cool character. You're great as Maria Hill. Just be Maria Hill. And so that's how I felt about Miss Smulders in this movie. And that's number 7. And at number 6, we have Michael Fassbender, The Light Between Oceans. I mean, in this movie, talk about a man with a conscience, and he rightfully has a great conscience, and what he did was a very noble sacrifice. I mean, I don't want to give away the ending, but you have to see the movie, or, well, the movie is no longer in theaters. Go fucking buy it on DVD or Blu-ray, but go watch the movie. I mean, I liked Michael Fassbender's performance. I don't know if he'll be nominated for an Oscar for it. I think he should be. But I liked his performance. I just loved it, and that's number 6. Number 5, we have Diego Luna, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So yes, this is the first ever we have this list, and yes, on our worst, we have two people of the same movie, one to be on our worst list and one to be on our best list, and on our best list is Diego Luna, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Diego Luna, he's always impressed me in everything he's in, ever since his days in the mid 90s, being on that novella El Primo Mayor. He's impressed me then, whether he's the secondary antagonist, whether he's, he mostly plays bad guy roles, but whether he's the secondary antagonist in Contraband with Mark Wahlberg, or whether he's the main antagonist in Bloodfather with Mel Gibson, the guy really impresses me in everything he's in. So and he impressed me again. Despite that, I wasn't impressed with Felicity Jones. I hated the fucking pacing of this Star Wars movie, and a CGI'd dead guy by the name of Peter Cushing as Tarkin. I did enjoy Diego Luna's performance. I think he's what held the movie. Apart from Donnie Yen. But that's number 5 on this list. And at number 4. Well, fuck it. I'm going to have Will Smith as Deadshot in the Suicide Squad. He's Will Smith. I mean, yeah, Will Smith. I mean, he just has that thing that makes him Will Smith, and he used it at his best as Deadshot in this movie. And what else can I say? I mean, he was the scene stealer. I mean, he held the movie, and well, not as much as, well, there's also someone of the same movie on the best list. Well, okay, I know it's a conundrum. We have Jared Leto of this movie, and Jared Leto and Viola Davis, they're on the worst list, and now we got of the same movie, Suicide Squad, and we got Will Smith as Deadshot in Suicide Squad as number 4 on our best list. And what can I say? I mean, that's number 4, Will Smith. And at number 3, we have Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange. It's like, I mean, yes, he is. I mean, yes, you see it. He's a dick. He's a lovable dick. I get so excited about. I mean, yes, as Cumberbatch as Strange is going to be in next year's Thor Ragnarok, and it's rumored he'll be in Infinity Wars. I mean, I cannot wait to see how, Cumberbatch as Strange and Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, what's going to happen when they meet up. Because I do remember there's this one Daredevil graphic novel where Matt Murdock was in a coma, and Tony Stark and Stephen Strange was arguing about harshly arguing about what method to use to revive Matt Murdock out of his coma. So from the memory of that graphic novel, I forgot the name of it, and what we see of Cumberbatch in this movie and what we know of Downey Jr. as Tony Stark in those movies when he's Iron Man, I just cannot wait to when these two meet together on the screen for the first time. And then that's number 3. At number 2, we have Margot Robbie, Suicide Squad. Well, okay, yeah, on our best list we have 2 people from the same movie, and I liked Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I've met some people who complain like, oh, Harley Quinn is always submissive and helpless, and Margot Robbie was too fierce and independent. Well, I liked that she was fierce and independent. I never liked Harley Quinn being so submissive to the Joker. I thought that the Joker always needed someone within his ranks to stand up to him, who wasn't afraid to, I think in the criminal underworld of Gotham City, I think the Joker needed someone other than Poison Ivy and other than Catwoman to stand up to him every now and then. And so, if it's Harley Quinn, so be it. And that's number 2. And at number 1, I know. I know there's some of you twihards out there that would like this, and some of you haters of Twilight out there who would like to cut my nuts off and stick it in my mouth. But at number 1 of our list of the best performances of 2016, we got Kristen Stewart, Café Society. Well, okay, Kristen Stewart did 2 movies. Café Society and Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Okay, fuck it. I'll credit her for those 2 movies. Café Society, it's like what's best about it is that Woody Allen didn't see any of the Twilights. He only saw her in Adventureland and liked what he saw in Adventureland. And I think what makes what makes Cafe Performance Society so stand out is that Woody Allen realized the mess the mess he made with Scarlett Johansson back in Match Point, where ever since then Scarlett Johansson has become this one-dimensional sex symbol. Hopefully, when Ghost in the Shell comes out and I watch it, I'm really hoping that that's not the case with Johansson. That that she's getting older, and she is not going to wait till when she's 40 years old to be a serious actress again, like in her movies or in her years before Match Point. For Johansson, I'm really hoping that with Ghost in the Shell. But as for back to K-Stew in this movie, Cafe Society, is like Woody Allen saw, okay, I'm going to try something here. And okay, I'm going to take, being that I did this movie where I created one typecasting for this actress, I'm going to take Kristen Stewart and let her be against her usual typecasting. And it worked. What can I say? It fucking worked. And I think she was standout. I think she is still the standout. Everybody, I think she should be nominated for an Oscar for her thing. I thought Snow White and the Huntsman was her best role, but I honestly think that Cafe Society, who knows? She's probably got great movies and roles coming in the future, but I would say now is like, for now, Cafe Society will be her best movie and best role. Now, as for Billy Lynn's long halftime walk, it's like, she didn't get much screen time, but okay, she played a character who when it came to the Iraq War, she played a character who felt about that war like 80% of America felt. And come on, America, whether you like Twilight or not, come on, you gotta like K-Stew in Billy Lynn for representing us, the majority of us, how we felt about that issue. So that was another role I liked, and I say kudos to her. I don't guarantee. Yes, she has Personal Shopper coming out. I don't know. We'll have to see if her performance in that ends up on next year's best list, or worst list. I don't know. And I know there's some of you out there who'd like to see me rip Kristen Stewart a new one, but I will tell you this: it won't be any of the Twilight movies, and it won't be Snow White, and it won't be any of her indies. So don't hold your breath. That's our best list. Now, we've had our worst list for 2016. We've had our best list for 2016. And as for this annual series, catch you at the end of 2017. And you have a good one.